Guru, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
Guru, Why, 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 Guru. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. So we're gonna continue ASA Ki VAAR, and I did some kind of analysis, like especially there are some words in the Gurbani which are originally Sanskrit words, and what happens is there is no translation, exact translation of those words in English. Especially the word which I'm looking for was Ras Leela. I did a lot of research on that and couldn't find the exact, the translation for that. So what did I do to explain Ras Leela in English? I got a very good Wikipedia page. I didn't knew that that Wikipedia page exists, but since it is linked with the Hindu mythology, so that actually page exists to explain what Ras Leela is. So in short, Ras Leela is a play, a drama, a dance, something like that. But it is associated with Krishna. So that's why, to understand Asa Ki Vaar, this body which we are on, we really need to understand what, when they talk about the Ras Leela, what exactly was happening. So when Krishna was young, his friends were the Gopiya, and those Gopiya were basically, you can say, milkmaids, right? And so if you will see out here, they are in circle, and in the middle there is a Krishna dancing with one gopi in pink, in a pink outfit. That she is basically, her name was Radhika or Radha. So this is a kind of a mythological story of the past, that this is how they used to, in the evening time or in the night time, when stars are there, when moon was there, they used to dance together, and then after dancing and all, they used to go back and all, right? So Ras Leela, actually this dance or this play is called Ras Leela. So that's the closest way to explain what Ras Leela is. So now if we will check this slok, we discussed a little bit last time also, but I wanted to present this perspective of Ras Leela because I realized that some of the people who are obviously or who were not born in India, they don't know about Krishna and Radhika, their story in the Vrindavan. They used to dance, and they didn't knew Radha, that Radha was Krishna's childhood friend and all that stuff. So I was like, maybe it will be a lot of confusion when we are talking about these podium, because these are linked with those stories. So now, having that base in your mind, now let's read this salok from that perspective. Then we can understand it more better, because we don't want to rush ahead unless we have a base, because these things are very related. Because whatever was happening in the Tragon Maya, in the physical world, Guru Nanak Dev Ji has given us as an example what is happening inside us also. For example, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, "Jo barmande soi pinde, jo khoje so paye." Whatever is happening in the universe or in whole eternity, whole world, is actually is happening inside us also, inside our mind also. How the thoughts pursue us to go into the different direction. And that's why, a lot of people get confused sometimes when they read Gurbani, if they are not understanding from the perspective of mind. For example, in the next salok we will read, Nachan kudan man ka chao. It says, literally means, Nachan means dance, to dance. Kudan is again kind of, jumping or dancing, right? So Maharaj is saying, Nachan kudan man ka chao. Man is mind, kachao as an entertainment. That the nachana is the entertainment. When you read this just like that, this, I told you, just a literal meaning. But what exactly is happening here? Guru Sahib is saying our mind is being persuaded by the various thoughts in our head, and our mind is dancing, not the physical, yeah, not the physical body. Sometimes people relate it with the physical body. Basically, nachna here, dancing, means that we are dancing everywhere, going here and there behind our thoughts. Some are going for studies, some are for paying the bills. Our mind is always dancing. And this is a internal meaning. Externally, we have an entertainment when we dance and all. It's like a kind of a mind's entertainment also. So we have to kind of relate things, what is happening physically and what is happening inside our mind. So this is these two bodies are little bit difficult. I mean, this body is a little bit, these sloks are little bit difficult to understand. But if we will see from the two perspectives, and we will try, I will try to connect the dots, and stop me if you will not understand anything, because these two sloks are very important to understand what is happening. In the last body, if you remember, we discussed about Maharaj says, Gyan na galli tundiye. Gyan is here. The Gyan, what does Gyan mean? Gyan, the knowledge or the wisdom, is the wisdom of Vaheguru, of the God, right? Gyan na galli tundiye, meaning like by just mere talking, we can't get a Gyan, right? So similarly, Gyan cannot also be achieved by dancing also. So if we are dancing here and there, basically in India, and maybe in other different cultures also, especially in India, there are small groups, right? Theatrical groups, which they go from place to place, and they call them religious groups. There is a it is also, this is also called Ram Leela. I mean, people who are born in India, they will understand what I'm talking about. Ram Leela happens during during the birthday of Ram, Shri Ram, of the Hindu deity, not the god Ram, Shri Ram, the Hindu deity. And these small groups, they go everywhere in India and they stage a drama, and it is called Ram Leela. Leela literally means a drama, and they become Ram, his wife Sita, and they basically present that drama. They think that this is very sacred. They think that this is very, a unique way to remember Ram, and maybe it is. But Gurbani doesn't agree with that, right? Guru Nanak Dev Ji says it is just a drama. It is just for your entertainment. Just like any dance is an entertainment, similarly dramas look is just an entertainment. Maybe one thing good is happening there, that you're remembering your history, but it is not going to give you the Brahmagyan, the Gyan of Vaheguru. So similarly, the Ras Leela is also, people act like a Krishna, people act like a Radha. Radha was one of the, the closest friend of Krishna, childhood friend. And then they dance like a Ras Leela, and all these, and they think that they are remembering Vaheguru, or they're remembering Krishna or Rama, and this is the way how they can get close to him or her. So that's how they do. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave us a very different perspective. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says that if you want to see this drama, if you want to see this play, what is happening around you, like in the nature, in the Kudrat, whatever is happening you, how Vaheguru Ji has created. Everything is drama going on, but you need an eyes to see that. And this is what is discussed in this slok. Let's read it and then move to the next slok fast. Slok Mahalla Pehla, Kadiyan Sabbe Gopiyan, Peher Kan Gopal, Gehne Paun Pani Besantar, Chand Suraj Avatar, Sagli Tarti Mal Tan, Vartan Sarab Janjal, Nanak Muse Gyan Vihuni, Khaye Gaya Jamkal. Here Maharaj is saying, Kadiyan Sabbe Gopiyan, Peher Kan Gopal. Maharaj is saying, just like there were so many gopis, the milkmaids, and they were friends of Krishna. Similarly, in this universe, the kadiyan, one kadi is, there are 60 kadiyan. It's linked with the time. It's the six. If you divide 24 hours into 60 parts, right? It is called, one part is called kadi. So 60 kadiyan are there. The 60 watches are there, and these are linked with the gopiya, right? They are just like gopis. They are just like the milkmaids. Peher, Kan Gopal, just like in Krishna Leela, there those peher, there are 8 pehers in the whole day. In 24 hours, this is a terminology. This is how they used to measure the time before. 60 kadiyan, one kadi is equal to 24 minutes, right? There are 60 kadiyan in the whole day, and then one peher, is equal to 3 hours. This is how they used to calculate the time. So Maharaj is here saying, Gehne paun pani besantar chand suraj avatar, that these kadiyan, these gopiyan are wearing the gehne. But Maharaj is saying the gehne is here, or the jewelry, gehne is the jewelry. These jewelry is different. For example, if we will see around, Maharaj says air, water, and fire, the three elements, these are the gehne. So what is air, water, and fire? If you will think about it, air is basically linked with the let's talk about California. I'm sorry, I know there are Texans also. In California there are three seasons, right? So the three high level, when it is windy, mostly it is windy during fall time, right? In winters in California it's rainy. So if you will think, rainy is linked with the water, windy it is linked with the air, and the fire or the heat, it is summer, right? So Maharaj says every season, just like just like what is happening in that Ras Leela. What was happening every day? They were dancing in the evening, the Krishna and the Gopiya, and then again every evening they will come back. Similarly, if you think about the milkmaid or any work, they start in the morning, they go around, they will first get the milk from the cows, then they will deliver the milk to various places, and then they again come back. So that is similar stuff is happening in the in our in the universe also, in the atmosphere also, in the earth also, in the different seasons also, or in the different days also. In the morning, sometimes it's breezy, it's windy. Sometimes if it is a summer season, there will be heat. In the if it is the night time, or depending upon the season, it might be raining in the night or something like that. So these things which are happening around us, we should see that everything is dancing, just like Gopiya were dancing, just like Krishna was dancing. Everything is a dance, and the operator of this dance is Vaheguru. The seasons come and go, fall comes and go, where winter come and go, summer come and go, and again, next year again it will come. So this dance is happening just like the Krishnas and Gopis were dancing every evening. Sagli tarti malatan vartan sarab janjal. All this earth is basically, some staging is happening, dance is happening. One important thing, when Gurbani says gehne paun pani besantar chand suraj avatar. So avatar, if you understand the meaning of avatar, avatar normally refers to a person who is basically was a godly person in some age and came back to give some message to this world. So Krishna is regarded as an avatar of Vishnu. That there are three major gods of Hindus: Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, and they have different context. Vishnu is regarded as basically the major one out of Brahma and Mahesh, and Krishna was regarded as the avatar of Vishnu. So Maharaj is saying, just like Pond, Pani, Besantar, which we just described out, the air, water, and fire are the jewels. Based on the different season, they come and go. But the central point is Chand and Suraj. The Chand is moon and Suraj is a sun. They are avatars. Sun here represents Krishna. Chand here represent Radha, and they are basically dancing and talking with each other and all that in all the different seasons, and those seasons are their jewels basically. Sagli tarti mal tan vartan sarab janjal. This whole earth is like a stage where they are showing their Ras Leela, where they are showing the dance, right? The whole universe is showing the dance or a play this in on the whole earth. Nanak muse gyan vihuni khaye gaya jamkal. And if we don't see the dance of the nature, we will not be able to understand what is going on, because Gursik's way is accepting everything, enjoying every moment, accepting the hukam, accepting the order of Vaheguru. that all this change of season, it is going to happen, right? Sometimes it's going to be summer, sometimes it is going to be winter, sometimes this is a stage. And this stage, everything is going to happen all the time. And as a Gursikh, we need to accept it. Maharaj is saying that if we don't accept it, some people complain, oh, it is very hot, oh, it is very cold, oh, this is that, right? And we complain, then Maharaj says that we are losing, we will not be able to understand Brahmagyan. Now, what is Brahmagyan? The wisdom or the knowledge of Vaheguru, that what is the purpose of our life. So we have to see Vaheguru in this nature also, because everything is Vaheguru. Vaheguru ji is outside us, Vaheguru ji is inside us. So we have to understand, okay, that whatever is happening, it is part of the game, it is part of the play of Vaheguru. So Maharaj is again giving us a message that people, or the theatrical groups which are going here and there and showing the drama, there is somebody else who controlled Krishna. There is somebody else who controlled Rama. Rama and Krishnas were avatar. They were avatars. And even science says that there are multiple moons and multiple suns in the whole universe. So similarly, these avatars, which we consider them avatars, there were a lot of these kind of avatars, not in only in Hinduism but in other religions also. But we as a Gursikh, we need to accept that hey, somebody is controlling that. And if we are watching these dramas and all, these plays and dances and all, it is just an entertainment of the mind, nothing more than that. We are not going to achieve something from that. We are not going to meet Vaheguruji with that, right? Any questions up till now, and then we'll move to the next. It's all related, so stop me anytime. Mahalla pehla, vayan chele, nachan gur, pair halayan, fere sir, ud ud ਰਾਵਾਂ ਚਾਟੇ ਪਾਏ ਵੇਖੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੱਸੇ ਕਰ ਜਾਏ ਰੋਟੀਆਂ ਕਾਰਨ ਪੂਰੇ ਤਾਲ ਆਪ ਪਛਾੜੈ ਧਰਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਗਾਵਣ ਗੋਪੀਆਂ ਗਾਵਣ ਕਾਨ ਗਾਵਣ ਸੀਤਾ ਰਾਜੇ ਰਾਮ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ ਸਚ ਨਾਮ ਜਾ ਕਾ ਕੀਆ ਸਗਲ ਜਹਾਨ ਸੇਵਕ ਸੇਵੈ ਕਰਮ ਚੜਾਓ ਪਿੰਨੀ ਰਹਿਣ ਜਿਨਾ ਮਨ ਚਾਓ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਗੁਰ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਨਦਰੀ ਕਰਮ ਲੰਘਾਏ ਪਾਰ ਕੋਲੂ ਚਰਖਾ ਚੱਕੀ ਚੱਕ ਹਲ ਬਰੋਲੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਅਨੰਤ ਲਾਟੂ ਮਾਦਾਣੀਆਂ ਅਨਗਾ ਪੰਖੀ ਪੌਦਿਆਂ ਲੈਣ ਨਸਾ ਸੂਏ ਝਾੜ ਪਵਾਈਏ ਜੰਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਪੌਂਦਿਆਂ ਗਨਤ ਨਾ ਅੰਤ ਬੰਧਨ ਬੰਦ ਪਵਾਏ ਸੋਏ ਪਈਏ ਕਿਰਤ ਨਚੈ ਸਭ ਕੋਏ ਨਚ ਨਚ ਹੱਸੈ ਚੱਲੇ ਸੇ ਰੋਏ ਉੱਡ ਨ ਜਾਈ ਸਿੱਧ ਨ ਹੋਏ ਨੱਚਣ ਕੂਦਣ ਮਨ ਕਾ ਚਾਓ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਮਨ ਭਉ ਤਿਨਾ ਮਨ ਪਾਓ. Here again, Maharaj is relating that, hey, it's not only the dances or the theatrical performances happening for the avatars. Everything is dancing. Everything is a play of Vaheguru. So, and then now they are talking about the other theatrical groups, which are non-avatar groups also, as in they are not the religious groups, they are non-religious play groups also. This is also called the Madari. In Punjabi, they are also called Madari. Madari are the street performers. They are also the street performers. So there are some other street performers here Guru Nanak Dev Ji is talking about. Vayan Chele Nachan Gur, that to impress their Guru, what they are doing is they are playing some instruments, some tabla, some sitar or something, some harmonium, to impress their Guru. As in their worldly Guru, they are trying to impress them. Pair, halayan, feresir, and there are different religious activities, right? Every religion has different sects. When they basically move their head and they open their hair and move their hair, right? Pair, chalayan, feresir, and then they will, move their feet. I don't know if you have seen different dances and all, different cultures and all. Ud Rama chatte pae. Ud Rama chatte pae means that when they are dancing with their feet fast, what is happening? The dirt is flying away, and that dirt is going onto their open hair. Ud Rama chatte pae, that it is basically flying and put it going on onto their head. Vekhe log, and these street performers, they are being watched by a lot of people. And once the street performance is finished, what the people will throw money also, right? So they're saying Vekhe log hasse kar jaye, that the people who are watching them, they smile, they laugh, and the entertainment is happening, right? And after entertainment, they go back to their houses. Rotiyan karan pure tal. Maharaj says that these guys are doing this religious or non-religious. They are not trying to impress anything, or they are not trying to get a Brahmagyan or the wisdom of Vaheguru, but they are doing it because they want food. It is just an activity, another activity out there to, it's their business, right? It is their work. That's why they are dancing. They are not dancing to entertain people. I mean, maybe that is the case, but the idea is that they are doing this for the roti, for the food. Rotiyan karan pure taal, aap pachade tarti naal. So they basically, again, this is just, there are some performers, they will put their head on the floor. They will do anything physically. Sometimes they hurt their physical body also. So they don't aap pachade. They are not, they don't worry about their physical. I don't know if you guys have seen it, Howard, and you in particular. There are some groups, they will have these, the things they will put. Actually, in Christianity also, I don't know, they have whips in their hand, and they beat themselves up. I don't know, there's certain sects.
That's called
You can unmute
flagellation.
yourself, I can't hear you.
Flagellants.
Yeah, there Howard, you were on mute, so if you can unmute and talk.
Unmute now.
Oh yeah, they're called flagellants, and that's called flagellating with the whip. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
old Christianity. They used to do that.
Yeah. So similarly, even in Indian culture also, there are some people, they think that if they will beat themselves up, and then they will become more close to God. Similar, it's very similar. Even then, what they do, they sometimes run over the fire, over the coal. My Indian friends would know what I'm talking about. They think, okay, we want to achieve this thing, or we want something in their life, and if we will walk on the fire, on the coal, the burning coal, and they can get it. That's what Maharaj is saying. Aap pachhade tarti naal. They don't, I mean, their body is being burnt, or they are basically hurting themselves, and they're doing certain things. Similarly, Maharaj says, Gavan Gopiyan, Gavan Ram, Gavan Sita. Now they're talking about the religious groups, like all religious performers, that some are doing Krishan Ras Lila, which we talked before. Gavan Gopiyan, Gavan Khan. Khan is a Krishan, and Gopiyan are those milkmaids. And these street performers or the theatrical group, they are singing about their praises and all that stuff, or doing the drama. Gavan Sita, Raje Ram. Then the Ramayan, what you called, what you call Ram Lila, yeah, Ram Lila, during the birth of the Ram, during the birthday of the Ram, these groups do Ram Lila. So they are singing about the praises of, or they are performing the stories and the drama of Raja and Ram. Maharaj, now next line is very important. This is the message Guru Sahib is giving us. Nirpa Nirankar Sach Naam. Maharaj says, they have forgotten that the God or the Vaheguru is a Nirpao. He's not scared of anybody, and he's Nirankar, he's formless. And what can he give us is Sach Naam. That is the only thing which he has is the Naam, right? And the Naam is the only thing which is true, right? Rest, everything which we see, the beating ourselves for performing on the streets, doing the dramas of various avatars or various deities, it is all going to perish. Because if you will read their stories, at one point of life, these avatars also were scared of something, right? So Maharaj says, but the Vaheguru is Nirpau, Nirankar. He doesn't have a form, and he is not scared of anybody. And the Naam is the only thing which is a truth. Rest, everything will perish. Everything will perish. Nothing will stay. So we have to realize this, right? And this is the worst part. Sometimes people will, pick one line, Gavan Gopiya, Gavan Khan, Gavan Sita Raje Ram, and they will stop here. But it doesn't make sense, right? Then they say, hey, in Gurbani talks about the Ram Chandar and the Sita, how people were singing their praises and all. Yes, but what was the message? The message was Nirapo Nirankar Sach Naam, that other things are all false. Only the truth is the Naam. Rest, everything will go away. And now Maharaj describes that. Jaka Kiya Sagal Jahan. Maharaj says, sing the praises of that Vaheguru who has created the whole world. Jaka Kiya Sagal Jahan. Don't sing the praises of other people or other deities. To go in the details, right? Sometimes we also start singing about, certain people or certain, spiritual leaders whom we like. Even in Sikhism also it happens a lot. Maharaj says, no, you have to be connected only with Vaheguru, formless Vaheguru. You have to sing the praises of the only the one. That's why Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when he started writing Gurbani, Japji Sahib, the first is Ik Oankar, one, one Vaheguru. We have to only sing praises of that Nirankar Vaheguru, right? And we have to connect it with the voice coming out of that Vaheguru, which is the Naam. Right? That is the only truth. Less rest, everything is false. Sevak seva karam chadao, pinni ran jina man chao. Now this is very beautiful. Remember we talked about the karam. Karam, in the past also we discussed. Karam has two meanings, right? Depends on the context from how it is coming. Karam is our action. Other karam is blessing, right? The bakshish, the blessing of Vaheguru, or the grace of Vaheguru, whatever the closest English meanings are, I'm telling you, right? So that is also karam. And if we will see our Muslim friends, they use the word karam only for blessing, only for grace. In Eastern religions, in Hinduism, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, these religions, the karam is mostly used by the action. But in Sikhism, karam has two meanings. One is the blessing and the grace. The other is our action. Here, Maharaj is saying, Sevak seva karam chadao. That is basically what is happening is that who is a sevak? Now, again, the literal meaning of sevak is a slave, which is at some level it is true also. But Maharaj here is saying that only the sevak, only the slave of God will understand that Nirpo Nirankar Sachnam. That only Nirankar is truth, only the formless Vaheguru is truth, only the Naam is truth, and that only happens if Vaheguruji showers his blessing to someone. Otherwise, people will be connected with this Tragun Maya all the time. They will be watching these things, they will be connected with these things, they will be impressed with these things. But because if you will see the movie industry, the film industry, they come up with the various things, science fictions. I actually like sci-fis, right? So people get very attracted with sci-fis and all that stuff, right? And we start thinking about it, we get totally connected with it. But at the end of the day, all these movies or whatever they show, teleporting or whatever, is again something which is part of the Maya. The only thing which is truth is Vaheguru. And that's what Maharaj is saying, Sevak Seva Karam Chadao. The only that Sevak, only that Sikh who will do the seva, right? Will serve. Do the seva is to serve. Will serve who has a karam of Vaheguruji, who has a blessing of Vaheguruji. That person, he or she will only understand that Sikh, he or she. And the Sikh here is a mind. Sikh here is not just the physical body. Yes, physical body in this world, but it's actually a mind. That mind will only understand who has a blessing of Vaheguruji. That Nirpo Nirankar Sach naam jaka kiya sagal jahan. That is the only truth who has created the whole universe. In the last section, we talked about Kadiye Sabbe Gopiyan, Chand Suraj Avatar, right? So Chand Suraj, what is Chand and Suraj? The suns and moons, that also will perish one day. That is also not truth. All these deities are not truth. All these avatars were the truth. Such a beautiful thing in Sikhism. Again, I'm not trying to here say, oh, my religion is better, but just seeing the idea. No, none of the 10 gurus let their picture come out. There is no real picture or a photograph of any guru. All we see is, the somebody's thought process. Somebody thought, oh, Guru Gobind Singh Ji looked like this. Somebody thought, oh, Guru Nanak Dev Ji looked like this. But they never let anybody paint their picture. Why? Because they knew that if somebody will paint their picture, somebody is going to connect with their picture, with their photo, and they are going to start worshipping them. But no, Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying those picture and everything are not real, because this body, let it be of anybody, is going to perish one day. That's why we have to get connected with the Nirankar, the formless Vaheguru. Sevak seva karam chadao, pinni ran jina man chao. What is pinni ran? Pinni ran jina man chao. Very important. Pinni ran is the midnight time or the time of Amrit Vela. Maharaj says the person who will have the grace of Vaheguru, who will understand that there is only formless, what that person will do? He will wake up in the middle of the night, and not because of any pressure or force. No, I have to do this, with love and with chow, as in he will have that excitement. He, or when I'm saying he, I'm talking about a mind. He or she, let's call it she also. That's fine. One and the same thing. She will have that excitement. That excitement that, hey, I have to sing praises of Vaheguru, right? That excitement will be there. They will not be getting up in the morning because of some pressure that they have to do it, not because of some ritual, right? They will be doing it because they know that the beautiful Vaheguru, I have to get connected with that Nirankar formless Vaheguru. Sikhi Sikhya Guru Vichar. Now here the definition is given. So that those Sikhs, those slaves of Vaheguru, not of any human, of Nirankar Vaheguru, those Sikhs are they get all their Sikhya, all their knowledge by doing the vichar, by doing the discussion about that formless Vaheguru through Gurbani, right? Guru vichar, as in the vichar, or the thoughts or the wisdom given by the Guru. Nadri karam langaye par. Again, here karam is blessing. And if his nadar, if his eyes, and if he is what, I mean, Vaheguruji is watching us all the time, but when he knows that this Sikh is singing praises of formless me, he or she is not connected with this world, this physical world, then what will happen? Langaye par. Then that Sikh will carry across the ocean of fire, the thoughts. What is the ocean of fire? Our thoughts, the bad thoughts. Then that karam will happen, then grace will happen. And by jumping Naam, the thoughts will go away and we will carry across the other side. And the nazar, his eyes will be on us and he will help us. He, as in Vaheguru. Again, it is formless. You can call it she also if you prefer. I know a lot of Guru Sikhs who says she. So she will help us going across. Kolu Charka. Now again, Maharaj is saying, he's again changing the tone about what is happening in the world. The dancing part again comes back. Kolu Charkha Chakki Chak, Thal Varole Bahut Anant. Kolu. The kids should know these words. I mean, people who are from India, they know. Even the kids, even the Punjabi kids who are born here, sometimes they can't relate to this because they have not seen this. We in our lifetime have seen this. Kolu is an oil press in India. I mean, we are going back to these days when you go to the grocery stores, all these what do you call it? The hard pressed oils are getting common now, right? So, but we have seen that these things in our real life in the villages of Punjab and all, the oil was coming out. Sarong, people used to basically get the sarong. Sarong is the mustard seeds. They used to have their own mustard seeds, and they used to get their own oil from the mustard seeds. Kollu, that is called a kollu. Charkha, a charkha used to be when they used to use it was a spinning wheel. They used to have a cotton out there and used to get put the cotton out there in the spinning wheel, and the cotton thread will come out. Chakki, chakki chak, as in the chakki was there, the for the grinding the wheat and all that stuff. Mara is saying, see, they are also dancing. The kollu is also dancing. The charkha is also dancing. The chakki is also dancing. The spinning wheel is also dancing. The oil press is also dancing. The chakki chakka is also, they are also dancing. Thal varole bahut anant, and there are endless of these things, right? These whirlwinds are there in the deserts and all. They are beyond, they are limitless. Countless things like this are there in the whole world. And bahut anant is which you cannot count. Countless of these things are there which are dancing. Latu, again, latu madaniya anga. In India, the kids used to play with these latus, maybe bulbs. They were the bulbs on the top, and then there was a small what you call a pin out there, and we used to spin them like that. We used to call them latu. And madaniya is, I don't know if you have seen making the lassi, the Indian, the mango lassi, probably, Howard, right? But the actual, let me actually show you Madani. I should have a Madani here. Give me a second. Let me bring it. This Madani.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So traditionally lassi was like, made like this. So Latu Madaniya Anga. So, there are a lot of things out there which are moving, which are dancing. Now Maharaj says, now these were the physical things. Now even the living things. Pankhi, Paudya, Pondya. Here it's written Paudya, but the pronunciation, how we have to pronounce is Pondya. Lan and Nasa, even the birds are chirping and moving here and there. One season goes and the group of the birds, they will migrate from one place to another. Lan and Nasa, without taking a breath. They will be just moving, going so fast during the change of season. They'll keep on flying. So they are also dancing. Sue, chad, pavaiye, jant. Sua in uh, old Punjabi language is sue is called a parrot, right? So, in old days, they used to show the tricks of parrot. They used to put the parrot on a stick, and they used to go around and show it to the people, and people used to clap, and they used to give them the money. So Maharaj is saying, Sue, Chad, Pavaiye, Jant, that Jant as in the living beings. So they are showing the parrot, tricks of parrot. They are also dancing. Nanak Pondya, Ganat na Ant. Maharaj says there are so many, again, these are countless ones, and you cannot, they're countless, right? And you can't find the Ant. There are so many. Bandhan Bandh Pavaye Soe. Maharaj here is saying, now the lot of, all of us are stuck in some kind of a bandhan, in some kind of a bondage, right? And because of that bondage, we are also moving here and there, right? It's all about dancing. Our mind is, for example, we have to pay our bills. That's why our mind is dancing. Oh, okay, how to get the money, how to pay the bills. So because of this bond of, the worldly things, cars, pay the, car payment and the mortgage of the house and whatnot, right? So that's why our mount, because of these all bondages, we are also moving. Paiye kirt nache sab koi, because of the kirt, because of the actions, because of the work, we are dancing. Sab koi, everybody is dancing. Here the mind is, everybody in the is moving here and there, here. Nach nach hasse chale se roe. And because of this, the mind is dancing because of our thoughts. Whatever our thought is coming, we are doing this. Sometimes we have a happy thoughts and we are laughing, ha 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 ha, happy. And sometimes we have sad thoughts and we are crying all the time. So this is all is happening because we don't have a control over our mind. Nach nach hasse, nach nach, because of these things we are also dancing. Our mind is dancing. Challe hasse challe so roe. And we are walking, wandering, and we are crying. Udd na jahi siddh na hoye. Now this is very important. Now people forget about this thing, this thing. The Brahmagyan is in this. Udd na jahi siddh na hoye. Our surti, our focus, our mind is not going where it should be. It is wandering in these 9 doors: two eyes, two ears, two nostril, mouth, and two down below. So our focus is only under these eyebrows. Our surti is not going up because we are not meditating. We are not doing dhyan, and it is not going up. That's why siddh na hoye. That's why we are not becoming a siddh. Siddhas were the word siddh came from the siddhas. The siddhas were the ones who lived in the mountains and all the stuff. And they said, okay, we want to don't want to get involved in Maya. We are going to the mountains. But they were also stuck, right? Because why they were stuck? Because their thought was also going down on the earth and they were not able to achieve. They may had some powers, but that's it. But they were also not able to connect with the Naam, or they were able to connect with the Naam, but were not able to merge with the Naam because their focus also sometimes, because when Guru Nanak Dev Ji went there in the mountains and talked with these Siddhas, the first question Siddhas asked was, what is happening in the world? That means they were also thinking about the world even on the mountains. That's why Guru Nanak Dev Ji says you don't have to go to the mountains or the jungles or anything. You can sit at home and achieve the purpose of life, which is meeting Vaheguru. But if our mind will be wandering, just like a lattu, just like a madani, right? If it will be always moving, we will also not able to achieve the purpose of life. Our surti, our our focus will also not be able to go to the dasam dwar where the Vaiguruji is sitting, right? And we will have this problem. So, and that's why Maharaj is saying nachan kudan man ka chao. And the physical nachana kudna is just man ka chao, right? Because of our mind get excited about all these things. And here, remember at the start we talked about this nachna and this kudna, this dancing and this drama is not just physical dance. It is the dance. Our mind is dancing here and there, right? And it is doing there because that's what our mind is used to, right? Mind is always looking outside, but the house of the mind is inside this 10th door, this dasam dwar. That's why Maharaj says nachan kudan man ka chao, nanak jin man pao tina man pao. Whosoever will have whosoever will have love, whosoever will be scared of Vaheguru, no, not in a bad way, that hey, the Vaheguruji is watching us, right? And they will do the good karams, good actions. Then Maharaj says they will also fall in love, right? For example, even in daily life, sometimes when we are close to certain people, especially when the kids are close to their parents, kids don't want to do something bad because they know if they will do something bad, their father or their mother will be upset. Similarly, a husband will not do something that his wife will be upset. Wife will not, vice versa. Wife will not do something that the husband is going to get upset. So that's why we will also not do anything bad or anything with where Vaiguruji gets upset. For example, we will not cheat, we will not steal, we will not lie, we will not gossip, we will not hate, we will not judge others, right? So that's why I'm saying Nanak jina man pao, whosoever that scared that hey, don't have to do all these good bad things, tina man pao, they will only have the love of Vaheguru. And to end this, there is a beautiful body which is a summary of everything, and it is. Let me actually do this something. Body. नाव तेरा निरंकार है, नाय नाय लइए नरक न जाइए, ਜਿਉ ਪਿੰਡ ਸਭ ਤਿਸ ਦਾ ਦੇ ਖਾਜੈ ਆਖ ਗਵਾਈਐ ਜੇ ਲੋੜੈ ਚੰਗਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਰ ਪੁਣਹੁ ਨੀਚ ਸਦਾਈਐ ਜੇ ਜਨਵਾਣਾ ਪਰ ਹਰੇ ਜਰ ਵੇਸ ਕਰੇਂਦੀ ਆਈਐ को रहे न परिय पाइय को रहे न परिय पाइय. Here Maris is saying now the praise of Vaheguru. Now tera nirankar hai. Your name is also formless. A stamp here, you know, there is always a debate going on in the Panth that what is Naam, right? So Guru Mantra which we say why Guru, why, that is also Naam, but that Naam has Akar, and that Naam is only and only for this physical world. Once we will chant that Naam, once we will jap that Naam, we will listen to the Naam, which is the voice of Vaheguru. And that's the Naam which is being talked by Guru Nanak Dev Ji here. Now tera nirankar hai, that your Naam is also formless. Just like Vaheguru is formless, his Naam is also formless. Nae laiye, narak na jaiye. And if we will chant this Naam, the physical Naam, Guru Mantar Vaheguru, we will listen to that Nirankar Naam. And once we start listening to that Naam, we will not go in hell. What is hell in Sikhi? Hell in Sikhi is going to the 8.4 million Jews. So we will not go in 8.4 million reincarnations, 84 lakh June. So that's why my saying, now tera nirankar hai, na ye laiye na rakna jaiye. All this nachna, kudna, all these plays and dances, they are not going to go with us, right? Jio pind sab tis da, de khaje aakh de khaje aakh gawaiye. You know, Geo, pind, the soul, this physical body, everything is his. We should not waste it. We should not use it for petty things. Je lode changa apna, kar puno neech sadaiye. This is again, very important. When we are, think that we have everything, that I am something, when we have this ego, the ego is the biggest problem, the biggest wall between us and Vaheguruji. So before even we go further, right, let's do, because I just remembered it's 3:52 and we didn't do much Simran today. Let's do 5 minutes of Simran and then we will go further. If you guys are okay, we will spend like 10 minutes more to finish this up today. Okay, let's close our eyes and try to connect with the Nirankar Vaheguru. We have to listen to our own voice. Close our eyes. Why Guru, 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 Vaheguru, 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 Guru, Vaheguru, 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 Guru, Vai, Guru, Vai, Guru, Vai, Guru, Vai, Guru, Vai. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਜੇ ਲੋੜੇ ਚੰਗਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਰ ਪਨਹੁ ਨੀਚ ਸਦਾਈਐ। Maharaj says, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says here that if you want to do better for you, je loda changa apna. If you want to do good for yourself, do better for yourself, kar punho, do good deeds. What is the biggest good deed? Japping now, chanting Vaheguru. Yes, if you are chanting Vaheguru and if you are feeding somebody who doesn't have food, if you are giving, give me a second. If you are feeding the poor or the needy by chanting Vaheguru and thinking that you are not the one, Vaheguruji is giving that person. You are giving clothes, good deeds, pun. But you have to consider yourself neat, lowly. You can't do anything. You are low than everybody. Nanak neech kahe vichar. No ego should be there. That's what we do. Because ego is the biggest problem between us and Vaheguru. When we say, I did the seva, I am serving others, I am feeding others, I am giving clothes to others, that's where we die. The problem, the biggest problem, I mean, it's all over the world, but I see a biggest problem in Western countries, this, the ego. More resources we get, more comfortable life we get, the more ego we get. It's directly related. You know, if somebody doesn't have all those resources, they will not have the ego. The more money we earn, the more stuff which we have, we start getting ego. Oh, I have a BMW. You know, I have a Ferrari. I have a Porsche. I have a big house with 10 rooms. My house is $2 million, right? So that everything. Maharaj says, if you want to do better for yourself, consider yourself lowly. Have no ego. And do the pun. Pun as in good deeds. Don't do bad deeds. The biggest good deed, number one, is Naam Japana. But again, we should not have ego for that also. Oh, I go to Amrit Vela. I do 8 hours of Simran. That's also ego. Because the concept is you can only do it if the karam is there. Not the action karam, the bakshish karam, the blessing. If the blessing of Vaheguruji is there, then only we can japna. So we should not have an ego for that also. Ye jarvana par hare, jarves karendi aaye. Maharaj says if somebody thinks that he or she is getting old and he do some things, a plastic surgery or some cosmetic surgeries and all that stuff, that he or she can become young again, right? Do some cosmetic surgeries and all. Maharaj says no, your physical body has to perish one day. You can change your physical self. See how modern the Gurbani was. This was like written in like 1500s or something. And Maharaj is talking about, yeah, people will do certain things to their physical body. that they think that they are not old. But the old age has to come. You can do any cosmetic surgeries or of your body, but old death will come. Physical death, Maharaj is talking. "O rahe na pariye paiye," nobody can put that physical death away. But he will still live long. No, remember that the death is always going to come, and everything which we have here is going to perish one day. Always remember the formless Vaheguru, and don't think that you are this physical body. You are the Vaheguru's Jyot. Your mind, once we will understand that practically, not just theoretically, not by just the wisdom, but that wisdom will go inside us. And when we consider and when we see, when with the kirpa of Vaheguruji, the blessing of Vaheguruji, the karam of Vaheguruji, when we will do the darshan of the Jyot, that light, that prakash, then we will know that we are not this physical body. We are also formless, just like Vaheguruji. And then we can merge with Vaheguruji. That is the only way. One thought remaining of the physical stuff, attachment with the kids or attachment with somebody else. Something is there, some thought is there. We cannot merge. It's a difficult path. That's why Maharaj is giving so long examples that somehow we understand that everything is moving. Even the avatars, so-called Krishna, Rama, any avatar was also, they were also the play of Vaheguru. So by just watching their play, their dances, or their performances, we are not going to meet Vaheguru. Only by the Naam we can meet Vaheguru. That's the only way. And the Gurvani says, Nanak ke kar keval Naam. That's the only thing which Guru Nanak Dev, nothing else. Only Naam. And only if we will remove the ego. Very, very difficult. And there is one full section in ASA Ki VAAR about the ego. We will read. That's it for now. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Unless you guys have any questions.
Thank you.
One more thing. I know with the holiday season has started from last week, right? So actually, let me stop recording here.
Wait, you're right, say something.
The season has started. So,
Amazing.
anybody, are we okay for next week?